Let's talk OnePlus 12. Now, this is just my first impressions. This is not a review. I repeat, this is not a review, just my first impressions. Listen, my first impressions is this thing is awesome. I was so excited about getting this device. And I don't get excited about many devices today. I just don't like I used to. The last device that I got real excited about was my Vivo X Note because I knew that I was going to get a great unboxing experience and just a great overall device. But once again, I'm very impressed. Now, I was impressed with the S23 Ultra, but I wasn't excited about getting that device because it's your typical Samsung device. There was nothing really to get excited about, except I knew I was going to get better battery life. But this device, look at this design. Look at this build. I mean, I'm so glad I got the white because most people either get the black or the green. But I got this off Giztop. I'll leave a link for that down in the description. Got this off Giztop, which they offer you, the chance to get the white. So you got this nice porcelain white type of look. You got this the silver color around the camera rings and how the silver blends right into the device. This thing, I just can't tell y'all enough how impressed I am with you got your aluminum frame. I just can't tell y'all enough how impressed I am with this device. I mean, this thing is absolutely beautiful. It's eye candy. It feels luxurious. Oh, this is by far the best designed looking OnePlus device I've ever had. And I'm going to say this, and I know I'm saying a lot, but in my opinion, this is the best design phone that I have. And I got a bunch of phones with nice designs, but this is my favorite. I mean, it just looks so elegant. It's a little bit bigger than the 8 Pro. Let me show you. I got the 8 Pro right here. Now, I love this device still, but it was just a little narrow for me. It was just a little bit too narrow. Now, you should be able to see the difference. This is a much wider device. Not much, but definitely wider than the 8 Pro. And of course, the design is like night and day. This is way better design. And also, this phone, the OnePlus 12 is thicker. This phone was really thin. It was heavily curved. Now, this has a curved display as well, but it's not as curved as this one was. This one was, curved a lot. But this one is curved, but not that much. And let me say this, curved displays don't bother me. I know some people do. I hear a lot of content creators always talking about they want, basically all displays on phones to be flat now. Listen, I'm an advocate of curved displays. I don't want it to be overly curved, but just a little curved don't bother me. I like the look of it. I mostly use cases, so having a curved display is not an issue. I guess if you're somebody that don't like using curved displays because of the accidental touches and you don't use cases, then I can understand that. But for me, it don't bother me at all. I use cases. I never have any accidental touches on my device that have curved displays. So I like the look of it. It's beautiful. The display is beautiful. But let me give you really quick all of the specs. Let me get that out of the way. Now, let's first talk about the price. Now, listen, this price for this device is so good compared to the competition, especially that S24 Ultra, $1,300 plus tax. You're looking at close to $1,400, unless of course you got to trade in and you get a little bit of money off of it. But if you're just going straight out and you're getting through your carrier, you're paying a whole lot of money for that device. But with this device, listen, $699 for 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. $699. For $799, you're getting 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage for $799. Now, you go look up how much the S24 costs for a 512 gig variant. It's probably going to be like $1,500, if not more. But $799, 16 gigs, 512 gigs. Man, Giztop, you can actually get this on Giztop cheaper than you can at Amazon. Amazon is charging you right now $900. Like $800 for the 12 gig, 256 and $900 for the 16, 512 gig variant. $900, almost $1,000 when you can get it at Giztop. Now you're going to pay a little bit for shipping, like maybe $28 for shipping, but still you're going to pay less money. So let me continue here. Now you can get Oxygen OS. Now this is where I got it from Giztop. You can get Oxygen OS or either Color OS. It's a global ROM, so no Chinese bloatware, no Chinese nothing. Okay, I like that. You got the Google feed on the left, but I'll get into all that in a second. But I got Oxygen OS. Now this will work on AT&T and T-Mobile, 5G capability, no problems. I got good reception, no issue with that. Now, I think it's supposed to be able to work on Verizon as well, but I don't have Verizon, okay? I got AT&T, T-Mobile, it works on both. And I already talked about this design. I absolutely, this phone is so beautiful. That's all I can say. It's beautiful. Now with the build quality,
look at the Samsung
whoa,
Galaxy Z Fold. Today we've got the
look
first
at all
look
I
at
done
the
did. I
Samsung
done started a
Galaxy Z
video.
Fold 6. We've got plenty of.
Sorry about that. Let me turn this screen off. All right. Now, with the build quality, you're getting Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the front and the back with an aluminum frame. The button placement. Now, OnePlus made a change with the button placement. They put all the buttons on the right side of the device. Now, that's something this is the first time they've ever done that as far as I know, because the volume rockers will always be on the left. Now, you know what else they did? They put the silent switch, the alert slider on the left, because with the OnePlus 8 Pro, it was on the right. So they did some switching up here. The button placement is very good. Now, the power button could be just a tad bit lower, but I mean, overall, I can reach it. I don't have to stretch to reach it. So the button placement is really good. And of course, like I said, you got that alert slider. You got an IR blaster, universal remote control. Love that. Now, this is IP65 dust and water resistant. You know, that's the only thing OnePlus really needs to come up. You know, they need to, excuse me. Sorry about that, y'all. They need to get it together with that. I mean, seriously, we'll pay for the rating. You know, we'll pay an extra $50 or whatever. Give us IP68. Now, I do appreciate IP65. It's fine, but it's only splash proof. The thing I don't understand, this is IP68, the OnePlus 8 Pro. IP68. I don't know why they couldn't put IP68 in this. I don't get it, but it is what it is. All right. Now, with the triple camera setup on the back, these are Hasselblad. So you use it, well, Hasselblad color calibration. So you got 3 cameras on the back here. You got a 50 megapixel wide with optical image stabilization, 64 megapixel periscope telephoto lens with 3 times optical zoom and optical image stabilization. And you got a 48 megapixel ultra wide. So nice cameras in the back. Now, let me say this real quick. I thought the cameras on the OnePlus 11 were excellent. I mean, seriously, they blew me away. Watch my full review for the OnePlus 11. You'll see the camera quality on that device was top notch. There was nothing else out there to me that was so much better than that. Those were flagship cameras on that device, in my opinion, based on my eyes. Everybody got their own eyes, but that's what I saw. Excellent cameras. Now, these cameras, I did take a bunch of shots today, but I'm going to let you know about that when I do my full review in a few weeks, because I just got this phone yesterday. All right, now you can shoot 8K 24 frames per second, 1080p at 60, and 4K at 60. Now, when it comes to the selfie camera, 32 megapixel wide, and it shoots video at 4K at 30. That's an improvement, because with the OnePlus 8 Pro, only 1080p at 30 with the front. 1080p at 30, and of course, no 8K. Now, finally, OnePlus have put a 4K capability on the front-facing camera. It's about time. I'm not going to be griping that it ain't 4K at 60. I don't shoot at 4K 60 anyway. I'm 1080p at 60, whether on the front or the back. But this is really strange here. With the front camera, okay, you got the 4K at 30, but you're only getting 1080p at 30. So I'm not sure why they didn't give us 1080p at 60 capabilities with the front-facing camera. That's a little weird. So that's something they also can improve on as well. At least give us 1080p at 60. You know, I think that's just weird that they only gave us 1080p at 30. All right, now with this gorgeous display, let's talk about this display. Oh, before we get to the display, sorry, you got your always on display. Okay, I kept mine pretty simple, but you got all different kind of, different ones you could change. I've just got it real simple at the moment. You can see the date, the day, your battery percentage, and your notifications, which are not colored, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. You got the optical fingerprint sensor that works very well. The face unlock works really well. See? Yep. So you can't do this with a Samsung device. So don't even waste your time trying, because you can't. All right, so now let's talk about this beautiful display. So you got a 6.82-inch Quad HD Plus LTPO AMOLED display with Dolby Vision, HDR10+, 1600 nits sustained brightness, 4500 nits peak brightness. So that's crazy. I don't use auto brightness, so I'll probably never get that peak brightness. Plus, I don't really use my phone outside anyway, because I just like to be aware of my surroundings when I'm out and about. I mean, the way things are today, you don't need to be having your head down on your phone when you're outside, when anything can happen at any time. So, and I don't use auto brightness, so I'll probably never get to 4500, which is not a big deal. You're not going to stay at 45 peak brightness that long anyway, but it's cool that it could do that. 120 hertz refresh rate, and you got a pixel density of 510. So just from them specs alone, this is a gorgeous display, which I'm sure you can see that. All right. 5,400 milliamp hour battery. Huge battery. I love that. Bigger than the S24. Now this is one of my favorite parts right here. 100 watt super fast charging. 1% to 100% in 26 minutes. 50 watt wireless charging, something they left off the OnePlus 11 last year, which I was disappointed in. And enough content creators moaned and groaned along with other people, and they put it back on the phone. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. If you don't say nothing, if you don't complain, they're not going to make any changes. This is what we need to do when it comes to the headphone jack and expandable memory. We need to complain. We need to say, listen, we want those things back on our devices. We'll pay a little extra money for it, but we want it back. But nobody says nothing about those things. That's why they have not returned to flagship devices. Also, you're getting 10 watt. Oh, I forgot to mention, at 50 watts wireless charging, you can charge from 1% to 100% in 55 minutes. So with the wired and the wireless, it's faster than your S24 Ultra. And you're getting 10 watt reverse wireless charging, which is also faster than the S24 Ultra, which is at 4.5. So when it comes to battery charging speeds, whether it be wired, wirelessly, or reverse, this phone can actually literally call itself an Ultra device. But of course it doesn't. But I love that. I absolutely love that. That's the way it should be in 2024. Gone are the days should be 45-watt wired charging, 15-watt wireless, and 4.5 reverse. That's ridiculous. And this costs $500 less. Moving on. You're also getting dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos, which is great. Bluetooth 5.4, NFC, Wi-Fi 7, 24-bit high-res audio. The only two things that are missing with this device for me is no headphone jack, no expandable storage. Other than that, this thing is a beast. I love it. Now, I know I did this kind of backwards. Usually people open the box first, but I didn't do it that way. So I'm going to do it now. And then let me just say real quick, the box is even quality. I mean, it's sturdy. It's not cheap. It feels like velvet on the outside. And I love this red. I just wish they'd give us a red phone. I mean, I would love for OnePlus. OnePlus, if you're looking at this video, please give us a device. Give us a device with this color, and just trim it in gold. That would really be awesome. But the box is even quality, and it's a good quality box. There's nothing cheap about this box, and it feels like just velvet on the outside. But let's see what we got in here. So when you open this up, and look, you get a case. See, this is what I'm talking about. You're paying $500 less with this device, and you're getting something that you don't even get with Samsung. You got your SIM ejection tool here, and you got some paperwork and some stickers and stuff like that. No big deal. But look, you get a nice protective case until you decide to, get another case on your own. But at least you could protect your phone until you get another case. Something that Samsung, Apple, Google, Sony, nothing. They don't give you, they can't even give you a case. I mean, this is not no big high quality case, but it will protect your phone. All right. So that's what you get in this box here, which is nice. And of course, you get OnePlus's charging cable, which is red, which I love that color. And last but not certainly least, you get the charging brick, 100-watt super fast Voot charging, air Voot or whatever Voot you want to say. The charging brick is in the box. $500 less than your Samsung, and you're getting the charger in the box, 100 watts. Now, if you get this from Amazon, it's going to be 80 watts, which is still fast. But if you get it from GizTop, you're going to get the 100-watt charging brick in the box as opposed to 80 watts. And also, you don't get the case. You don't get the case here in North America. You only get it, you get it from GizTop, you'll get the case. So I would suggest you get it from GizTop so you can get the full unboxing experience. Now, the only thing you're missing really is the case, but it's still cheaper at GizTop than it is here. All right, so I'm going to just say this one more time. I'm impressed. This is one of them phones, and I have very few phones that I could say this about. This phone feels so premium. It looks so elegant. It feels so good in the hand. It has rounded corners. It's not stabbing you in the hand. And this is the first phone that I really do not want to put a case on. And I will say this, when I'm in the house and I'm upstairs in my room and I got carpet on my floor, I'm not using no case on this phone. You're just not going to want to do it. Now, I suggest if you go out and about, especially if you like being on your phone outside and you're walking around, you do not want to drop this and break it. I don't care about no Gorilla Glass Victus 2. Glass still shatters and cracks. So my suggestion, when you go out and about, put a case on it. When you're home, take the case off and enjoy this build quality because it is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. It reminds me, it feels like the my here we go. Feels like my Pixel 6 Pro. But this is a lot whiter. This is supposed to be white too, but it looks more yellow. But this is that white porcelain type white. And these are two of my favorite design phones, but come on, at the end of the day, this is by far the best, the better looking device, and it's just has an elegant look to it. Now, some people say this look like a watch. I mean, I guess you could say that. And some people don't like it. They say it's too big. I love it. I love it. This is the best designed OnePlus device I've ever seen. Seriously, it's got a nice width to it, has a nice, a very nice thickness to it, nice weight to it. It's not real light. I don't like light and thin phones. I like phones with some thickness and some weight. This thing, look, let me say this real quick, and I'm almost done, y'all. This feels even better in my hand than the S23 Ultra did. And that had a premium build. And let me just say this really, really quick. When I criticized that device and said I was having, performance problems, I wasn't the only one. There was quite a few people that came in the comments said they were having the same issues. So I'm not the only one. But I never once said, don't buy the device. I never once said this is a crappy device. No, I did not say that. I just said I'm having performance issues and I got to send it back. And of course, I did another video with the problems I had with the device because I felt like Samsung could have did just so much better than what they've done with that device. So I wanted to put a video out about my biggest problems. But people acted like I was talking about their mama or somebody in their family. They got all in their emotions, got all super sensitive. Look, like I said before, it's just tech. You have your opinion, I have mine. Okay? That phone went away. It may come back at a later date. But right now, this is the phone right here. And I can't wait until I do a comparison video between these two babies right here. My Vivo X Note and the OnePlus 12. This is going to be a big time comparison. These really going to butt heads. So I'm excited about that because this right now is my favorite device. Let's see if the OnePlus 12 can take the crown from the Vivo X Note. I don't know. We shall see. Now, I could already say I like the design of this better than the Vivo Note, but we'll see. So, look, if you get this, if you're thinking about getting this, get the white one. Get the white one and get it from GetStop because you're going to pay less money. Thank you all for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Hope everybody out there staying safe, staying well, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.